let's try this again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, my name is Belinda. Please subscribe, it means so much to me if you did, and turn on your notification bells down here, I don't know. But yeah, just subscribe, turn the notifications on so you never miss when I upload, and make sure you follow me on all my social medias. I'm gonna leave them in the description below. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below of what you want to see next or whatever. I will read all of your comments and like them and reply to you back if I can. Well, obviously I can because I literally have no life, so yeah, that's about it. If you just heard that, that was probably the Mustang that just pulled in, and I was watching it park, and yeah, it's one of those obnoxious kids that likes to show off, and yeah. So anyways, let's just jump into this video and get right on with my Jack and Jack experience. Okay, so about a month ago, I found out that Jack and Jack were coming to Dallas, and I've been a fan of Jack and Jack since I was a freshman in high school, and I'm now in my second year of college, so that was about, I'd say, like 5 or 6 years ago, I believe. I think it'll be 20 when I turn 20. What the heck? It'll be 7 when I turn 20. Oh my god, what am I doing? I need a nap. Some alcohol. Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. Okay, so yeah, it'll be 7 when I turn 20 because I liked them when I was 13. It might not be 7. I don't know. Don't come at me for the math. I just know I've supported them for a really long time. I've loved them for a really long time. Yeah, so when I found out they were coming to Dallas, I was like, oh my god, I have to go, because every other time they've come to Dallas I couldn't go. I wasn't able to go. I wasn't able to meet them at MadCon because, you know, I was too broke back then, and I lived with my dad, and my dad obviously wasn't gonna let me do something like that. But that's a video, like, that's a story for a whole nother video. Yeah, so I begged my mom, was like, please just buy me these tickets, I will pay you back, like, if I have to, I will pay you back. And she was like, no, you don't need to pay me back for your birthday tickets. And I told her I wanted it to be the only thing I got for my birthday, because I didn't really care if I got anything for my birthday. It was just I wanted to meet Jack and Jack and go to their concert because I've always wanted to go so badly. And so I finally got to go, and we got the tickets. And when we did, I surprised my best friend by telling her the day before her birthday that we were gonna go and see and meet Jack and Jack together, and she was so excited. And shout out to her for actually going with me and meeting, and like, I love her so much, and I'm so thankful she gets to go to meet and greets with me and goes to concerts with me, because I can't do it myself. I am such a shy person. I have to have somebody with me, and she is my person that I have to go with me because she's so outgoing, and I love her, and I'm thankful she's here to go with me. So thank you, best friend. Thank you for going. I love you. I appreciate you. You are a real one. I love you. Okay, so enough about my best friend. Even though I can talk about her all day long, but back to the story. I get distracted pretty easily, so if I get distracted, I'm so sorry. Hopefully, I filmed this video earlier and it was like over an hour long, so hopefully this one isn't anywhere near as an hour long. So yeah, so anyways, so the day of the concert comes, and by the day of the concert I already have all of their gifts planned out. Like, I have all of their gifts ready. Like, 4 of their gifts were shipped to Emily's house, and Emily is my best friend who went with us. I shipped some of them to her house because I didn't want them to come to where I lived, because I live in the dorm at my school, and I didn't want them to be like stuck in the office, or me not being able to get to them before the concert, and then Jack and Jack not getting their presents. So I just shipped them to her house because I already knew I was gonna go to her house anyways. So we did that, and yeah, so we did that, and then on the day of the concert, I skipped my classes because I didn't want to go to the classes because all of my classes would have ended at 12, and we had to be there at 4:30, and so I just emailed my teacher saying I was going to be out of town, and, you know, when you usually do that, they excuse you or, you know, from class that day, and so they knew I wasn't going to be in class, and so I just spent that whole time getting ready for the concerts. So that way I was done getting ready by the time Amber came back. I don't know why I'm messing with my hair, but Amber is my roommate, who is also my best friend's cousin, and she's the one who drove us to the concerts. So shout out to Amber for driving us. Thank you. We love you. I love you. You are the real one. I didn't know what I was gonna say. You are a real one, and we love you so much, and I love you, and thank you so much for actually buying a ticket and coming with us. It made it so much more fun, and I'm so glad you had so much fun and met friends. Like, I love you, Amber. And so she came back from class, and then we got the presents and we loaded them into the car and we drove to Emily's house. And so when we got to Emily's house, I brought the presents up, and I was showing her all the presents I got them, and she was like, oh my god, you went all out. And I was like, heck yeah, I did. I had to go all out for my babies. Like, anybody would go all out for Jack and Jack, so I did. And so the rest of the stuff that was at her house, I just, you know, opened it and, like, because I got them tumblers, and so I had to open the tumblers to put the stickers on to make their last names, because I was going to put their last names on them, so they would have, like, custom made tumblers. They were made by me. They should be proud. Oh my gosh. Also, if I, like, lean forward and you see, like, lines or something, it's probably because of my blinds. I'm having to refilm this, and the sun is going down, so I'm trying to film it as fast as possible. So that means I need to stop, like, getting off topic. Okay, so but yeah, so I finished, like, putting all of their stuff together, and everything was, like, ready to go, ready for us to just give it to them. And so we finished helping Emily get ready, and then we left to head to Dallas. And so once we got to Dallas, we had to find a parking spot, and it took forever to find a parking spot because, you know, Dallas is a big city, and dude, it's hard to find parking in Dallas. Like, I don't understand how people even live in Dallas. Like, props to you for living in Dallas. Like, you go, people. I don't know how you can live in downtown Dallas, but oh well, they got some pretty ass houses though. And so after we parked and everything, you know, what the fuck? Oof, off topic. Okay, so we went to McDonald's, and, you know, we ate lunch and everything because we didn't want to be hungry during the show, or we didn't want one of us to pass out, especially me, because I have to take medicine, and the medicine I'm on, it, like, it helps for my anxiety and my depression, but, like, one of the side effects of my medicine is I can get dehydrated really fast, and if I don't, like, keep drinking water, or, like, keep, yeah, basically more water, but I mean, I drink Dr. Pepper all the time, but if I don't keep drinking water, or, like, keep liquids down, I can actually dehydrate really fast, and I will faint, and it's not fun, especially for me, or for, like, other people. Like, you don't want to see me faint. Like, it's scary, because, like, you don't know when it's gonna happen. But so we just so we ate lunch, and we were just chilling there for a while, because we had, like, by the time we got to Dallas, we had, like, 2 hours before we had to be at the venue, and the venue was, like, 10 minutes from McDonald's, so we just stayed at McDonald's for a while, and then by, like, 3 o'clock, or, like, 3:15, we were like, okay, you know, let's just head to the venue, because it, like, McDonald's was starting to get crowded, and so we were like, okay, let's just go. So we left, and we started walking to the venue, and you know, there was already girls in line waiting to meet them, and I'm surprised they were even there. Like, actually, I'm really not, because, you know, some girls do that. Like, shout out to those girls who were already there, but you go, people. So we get in line, and we are just talking and, like, chilling, and then, you know, they separate GA and VIP, so like that way they know who is who, and the VIPs can actually get their lanyards so they can go meet the guys and stuff, and they get their chances to meet the guys and stuff. And so you know, we check in, we get our lanyards, and they start letting us in at like 5:45, I think, or no, they started letting us in like around 5, I believe. I think, I don't remember. I wasn't really looking at the times that much. I was mainly focused on the fact that I was about to meet the loves of my life, and I wasn't prepared for it, but I did it anyways. So we went through the gates, and there was a guy who was standing on the other side of the gate, and he was like, "Are those gifts for the guys?" And I was like, "Yeah, they are." And he was like, "Oh, well, we can keep them here. We'll make sure the guys get them." And I was like, "Okay." And so we just gave him the bags, and then we had to go through the metal detectors to make sure, you know, we weren't carrying any like weapons or anything on us. You know, that's just what they have to do. And so we went through, and they didn't give us the bags back, so I guess they gave the bags to the guys. And also, if I scratch my nose, I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching it because it's fucking itchy. I don't know why, I'm just really itchy today. I don't know. And so, comment below how many times you hear me say so and because I think it's gonna be a lot. I don't know. And yeah, see, I say it a lot when I don't know what to say. So after that, we were like heading in, and before we could actually go into the venue, they made us stand in lines. And so they had like the first line already. It was like the first people, and then they started off with me and Emily in the second line because the first line would have been too long. So we stood there, and then like our line was coming, like everybody was following behind us. And so we were making friends with the guys or the people around us, and these girls were talking with their moms, and the moms were just being so funny, and they were just like, these kids, they were like, how old are these guys? Like, they could be our sons. And I was like, my older sister's 25, so these guys could definitely be my mom's kids. And the lady was like, no way. And I was like, yeah. Like, it's so funny. And so it was really funny to just, and it was really not necessarily really funny, like, I mean, it was funny to talk about it, but like it was fun to meet new people and like socialize instead of, you know, just not talking the whole time, because that would have been boring as fuck. And so finally we were able to be let in, and then they still had like the 2 lines going in, and they had to let us in a few at a time, because I didn't want to let everybody go in at once, because everybody would have been pushing people around. And so we go in, and we're sitting there, and I'm like so excited, but I'm so nervous because I'm like, I'm about to meet the loves of my life. What if they're gonna be like so tall? I'm like, what if they're gonna be like a foot taller than me? Like, oh my gosh, what? And I like all this stuff was running through my head because I'm such a nervous wreck when I meet new people. Like, I'm so nervous. I'm the shyest person you could ever meet. It's like, honestly, I don't even know. And so me and Emily were talking, and I was like, dude, this is so cool. It's just like, one day I wanna have a tour. So like, if I ever become big on YouTube, just know I want to do a tour. That would be a big goal, to have a big dream. Like, yes, I would love to do that. And so me and Emily were talking about that, and she was like, dude, I'll be your manager. And I was like, dude, if I did it, and I was like, dude, I would pay you to be my manager. She was like, you don't have to pay me, I'm your best friend. And I was like, if I make enough money, I would pay you. And she was like, okay. And so we were just talking and chilling, and then all of a sudden everybody starts screaming because people are coming, and then I look up and I see Johnson's blonde head come through, and I'm like, oh my god, they're right there. And I start screaming, and Emily starts screaming, and everybody's like screaming with us. And then, you know, the meet and greet starts, and like everybody's talking and chilling, and we're just having so much fun. And we get up to where the merch table is, and Emily asks one of the guys if we're allowed to buy merch before we meet them, and he was like, oh yeah, you can. So we go up to the merch table, and I get like a hoodie and a pop socket, and I get something else. I think I got the shirt, and then Emily bought me a hoodie because she wanted to just buy it for me, and I was like, you're a blessing. Yes, thank you. So she bought me a hoodie, and then she bought herself some stuff, and then we put by the time it was our turn to meet the guys, we had to put our stuff down at the table that was behind the little backdrop for where you meet the guys. And the guy who was in front of us was chilling and talking with us, and he was like, so did y'all bring presents for the guys? And I was like, yeah, we brought like these big giant bags full of stuff, but they told us to keep them outside. And so he was like, oh, I'll make sure they get them, like I'll make sure the guys get them. And I was like, thank you so much. He was like, oh, no problem. And so he was like, he was so chill, like he was so nice. He was better than most of the other, like at other concerts like DG Tour. It was like he was better than some of the security guards at DG Tour, and like that says a lot. But yeah, so he was so chill, and then he told me it was my turn. And then when I went to turn the corner and I saw the guys, I was like, oh my god, Emily's right there though, because Galinsky and Johnson were hugging Emily, and I was like, but she's right there. And he was like, no, go ahead, you can go ahead, just hand the phone to your guy, or then hand your phone to the guy, not your guy. I don't have a boyfriend, what the heck. And so I hand my phone to the guy, and I turn around, and Galinsky grabs my hand and pulls me to him and hugs me, and he's like, what's your name, beautiful? And I'm looking at Johnson and talking to Johnson. He's like, oh, hey, what's up? And then he's like, oh yeah, what's your name? Because he heard Galinsky say, what's your name, beautiful? And I was like, Belinda. And Galinsky goes, oh, that's a beautiful name. And then Johnson's like, yeah, that's so pretty. And I'm just like, my heart is so happy that you just said that. Like, I'm like freaking out because they're like, and I'm just like, I don't know what to say. So I'm like, oh, thank you. And so Johnson was like, no problem. And Galinsky like has his arm around me. He's like, oh, so are you ready for your picture? And I was like, oh yeah. And so like I have my arms around the guys, and like I'm just like chilling in the middle, and I'm like, oh, I'm so cute. Like, I'm so happy. And so we take a few pictures, and then afterwards Johnson looks at me and he starts talking to me, and he's like, Johnson looks at me and I look at him, I'm like, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's presents. And I'm still standing there like this with Galinsky, like with my arms around Galinsky, and Galinsky has his arm around me, and I'm like, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's presents. Like, my mom's gonna kill me for how much I spent on y'all, but like it's so worth it. And Johnson was like, you didn't have to get us anything. And I was like, but I did. Like, I got you shoes, and I got Galinsky a shot glass and flask set. And right as I said that, Galinsky says, oh, hell yeah. Like, I hear him say, oh, hell yeah. Like, he's so excited that he got some shot glasses and a flask set. And I was like, yes, I made his day. And so Johnson was like, oh, you didn't have to give me shoes. And I was like, he was so happy that he heard that I got him shoes. And I was like, but they have the Philadelphia Eagles on them. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna love them then. And I was like, my heart is so happy that you said that. And so, you know, I had to say my goodbyes and everything. And, you know, Galinsky patted my back, because, you know, I guess he didn't want to, like, stop hugging me or something. I don't know. I'm also sorry if I keep moving my hands a lot. It's just, I'm just trying to distract myself. And also the sun is going down, so I need to hurry up this video before it gets too weird. Oh my gosh. Actually, it looks really good to me. Oh well. So after that, Johnson was like, enjoy the show. And I was like, oh, thank you. And so I go and get my stuff, and I leave to go up the stairs, but like my stuff isn't on the table because I'm like, oh my god, where is it? And freaking Emily has it. I'm like, oh, thank gosh, because I like almost flipped out. I was like, where's my stuff? And I'm like, and I go up to Emily and I'm like, best friend, do you have my stuff? And she's like, yeah, I grabbed it. I tried to tell you, but the lady kept pushing me, and I was like, what the heck? And so, you know, we go outside and we're like all talking about how we just met them, and we're like talking about our conversations and everything. And then I'm sitting there having a panic attack because I'm just like, did I really just say that? because like when I was meeting him, instead of saying Philadelphia Eagles, I said Philadelphia Eagles, and I was like, who am I? Like, what? Who am I? Where did I come from? Where did that come from? I was so nervous I said Eagles instead of Eagles. That is funny. Like, I almost cried. Emily was laughing at me because I said that, and she was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I was so nervous. I said Eagles. So, like, I'm gonna hang it above my head now for the rest of my life that I said Eagles instead of Eagles. So, Johnson, if you're watching this, I'm so very sorry that I said that. I was so nervous to meet you. I love you. And I hope you enjoyed your shoes, which they looked really cute. And, Johnson's not gonna watch this. I don't think he will. I'm not pretty enough. It's fine. Dude, look at me. So weak. Anyways, so after that, you know, we wait a while until like everybody's done with the meet and greets, and then it's finally time to go in for the general admission, and they and again they let everybody in little by little because they don't want people pushing people to like get into the venue. And so so when we go in, they scan our barcodes for our general admission tickets, and I had mine in my wallet on my phone, so they just scanned my tickets and we were okay. And so we went in there and we went to the stage, and we were so close to the stage, which I was so thankful for, because usually when I go, oh shit, excuse me, usually when I go to concerts, I'm usually like far away because, you know, there's a lot of people who like push people and like run up to the front of the stage, and it's just, it wasn't like that this time. Like, it was, I think this is the concert that was more like it had more structure to it, if you know what I mean. Like, it was more structured properly to keep people from getting hurt. And so they also let the kids go in first, and then the adults went in after. So so we went in and we got by the stage, and we met another girl named, I think her name's Angelique. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's been 2 days. I have completely forgotten what her name is. I'm pretty sure it's Angelique. If you're watching this, hi, I love you, I miss you. You were lit, and we should become friends. So hit me up. That was so weird. Anyways, so yeah, we waited for the show, and you know, Spencer ended up coming on first, and then Spencer was so good. Like, his voice was so beautiful, and I just loved everything about him. Like, he was so good, he was so talented, and like, he is talented. Like, he sang Thank You Next, and it was the best thing I've ever heard in my life, like, besides Jack and Jack, of course, and like a lot of other things, but like, this was like the most beautiful cover I've ever heard in my life. And then you know, like, we went to or well, we didn't go anywhere. We still stayed in the same spot, and what's his name? Alec Bailey came on next, and he was so good. Like, my favorite song is Lemonade. Comment below your favorite Alec Bailey song. Mine's Lemonade. It's so good. I love that song. I can listen to it on repeat forever. Like, it's so good. And so after Alec Bailey did it, like, after he performed all of his songs, he left the stage. Like, they both were hyping us up just for Jack and Jack, and I was like, yes, that is what people do. You're supposed to hype us up for the main artist. And there were some people who were in the crowd who were like, oh, we're not here to see you, we're here to see Jack and Jack, like, we don't care about y'all. And I was like, that is rude and disrespectful. Like, you don't say that to somebody. Like, I don't think they said it to the actual people, but they were saying it in like the crowds. Like, I know Amber told me about it. I don't remember who she said it was, but like, I remember her telling me that somebody said it near her, and she was like, she got mad because it was kind of rude and disrespectful to the artist. But like, they're opening, so they're just as important as Jack and Jack. So yeah. And so then we're waiting for Jack and Jack, and music's on, and we're all like singing and dancing and getting lit and like getting prepared for Jack and Jack. And then the show's opening for like the hour-and-a-half set list for Jack and Jack opens, and it is the most beautiful thing in the entire world. If you go to a future Jack and Jack show for the A Good Friend Is Nice tour, you will love the opening. It is so beautiful. I freaking love it. I wish they could come back and just do it again. I wish I could replay this whole thing. I wish my videos did not get deleted. They somehow got deleted, and I'm very sad about it, but I still have the memories in my heart and in my mind. So that's all that matters to me. But it's just bittersweet that I still went, and obviously I was not about to cry. It's my throat freaking hurts because I yelled so much, and oof. And if I keep biting my mouth, it's because my lips are dry and it's bothering me. So my normal thing to do is to bite my lips, and I know it's not cute, but oh well, what can you do? So Jack and Jack sets come on, and then Jack and Jack come out and they're singing, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm literally crying. Like, I'm not like, tears aren't coming out of my eyes, but like I'm fangirling so hard because like I see Jack and Jack, they're like in the same room as me, they're performing all my favorite songs live. They perform so many songs live, and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Like, I love this. I still have some videos on my Snapchat because I took some on my Snapchat, and it was so beautiful. And it's there's no other words to describe it. It was just, the whole thing was just beautiful. And so you know, they would like talk to the crowds too, and they would like hype us up, and they would like, you know, they would ask us to get loud, and they would ask us to do things like when they were singing, they would be like, say yeah or something, and we would do it. Like, it was so hype, and Dallas was getting hype. Like, shout out to Dallas, and for everybody that came to the Dallas show, we all got hype. Like, yes, we got too lit and too hype. It was so good. And after you know, after they performed and everything, you know, they ended with Rise, and so they, like, you know, they said their goodbyes, and they said like their thank yous, and that they love us, and that they'd always be here for us. And you know, they were also giving us like motivational speeches like during the concert. Like, they did one before like, I think 3 songs. They did one before like 3 different songs, but I'm not gonna sit here and spoil which songs are being played because I want it to be a surprise for the people who actually do go and want it to be a surprise, and that way you can have the best experience you could ever have. That way you don't know what songs are gonna come. That way when they do come on, you get super hype and you get so excited that they're on, because that is how I was. Even though we all know that they're obviously gonna play the A Good Friend Is Nice album, because, you know, it's the tour. What the heck. Anyways, so after that, they go off stage, and so it becomes black again, and so we're all sitting there, and we're just like, Jack and Jack, Jack and Jack, and we all get so excited, and we're just like, Jack and Jack, Jack and Jack, and we're all screaming for Jack and Jack to come back. And so we're all like clapping our hands, going, Jack and Jack, Jack and Jack. And so finally, like, the drummer and the guitarist come back out, and the drummer's like hyping us up, like, come on, do it, let's go. And so he gets back on the drums and he starts playing, and all of a sudden they start playing 2 Cigarettes, and Johnson comes out and he's shirtless, and I'm just like, okay. That was like every fangirl that ever sees Johnson shirtless. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that was also really cringy, so I'm sorry if you saw that and you were just like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just the biggest Jack and Jack supporter. I mean, pretty sure we all are. But anyways, so after that, like, after they were done singing 2 Cigarettes, you know, Jack Linsky also took his shirt off during the song too, and I flipped out. I was like, oh my god, that is my baby. He took his shirt off. Oh my goodness, like, yes. And so, I was like so excited, and so, they were finally done. They were like, okay, we're actually leaving. So they actually ended up going off the stage, and all the lights came back on, and I really just poked myself in the eyeball. So all the lights came back on, everything came back on, and everybody was getting ready to leave. And so me and Emily were like leaving because we didn't know that we were gonna meet Spencer and Alec. We thought that Spencer was just gonna be at the merch table, like behind it or something, to like meet people. And there was a lady who was like, if you want to meet Spencer and Alec, just get in line, like form a line and just get in it. And so Emily grabbed my hands and like dragged me all the way to the end of the line. And I was like, I don't even care if you break my hand, like as long as I meet them, I'm okay. Like I don't really care. Like because she knows that I get anxiety, and I was kind of getting anxiety, but she wanted to meet them and she knew I wanted to meet them, and if she wants something, she's gonna get it. So she dragged me to go get them, or to go into the line to meet them. And so she was like, while we were standing in line, she was like, I kind of want to go get some more merch. And I was like, dude, just YOLO it. Like, you only live once. Go buy some more merch. Like, it's only gonna happen once. Like, this tour is never gonna happen again. And so she was like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. So she wants to go you know, buy the merch, and I was standing in line and stuff, and I was waiting for them, and like the lines kept scooting up and stuff. And so by the time I got through like the first door, because there was like 2 doors, and by the time I got through the first door, Amber and Emily came back around, and I heard Amber go, where is she? And I turned around and I see them like right there. They're like, I'm like right here, and they're like right here. And so I'd like turn around and I'm like, I'm right here. And so they both turn around and they're like, oh. And so Emily was like, my card declined. It got declined. And I was like, what? That's so weird. Like, you just used it before the show. And so so we were all trying to figure out a way to actually buy her merch and stuff. And so Amber was like, yeah, I tried to buy merch too, but it declined my card too. And I was like, are you kidding me? So we went out I was like, here, I can go get my card. And Emily was like, where is it? And I was like, I put it in the bag. And she was like, you could put it in my backpack. And I was like, I didn't really think about it, okay. And so so Amber ended up having to go get my bag, or ended up getting the bag that had my wallet, or like I had my credit cards and stuff in it. So when she brought it back, no, that was not me farting, that was my chair. I am sitting on a chair, like you can't really see it. Here you go. Yeah. Also, my background is a mess. Here's all my merch that I got. I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's just I had to spoil myself for this concert, and also they're so comfy, and I love them so much. And a tour is a once in a lifetime thing, so you obviously have to buy your merch when you go to a tour, obviously. So yeah, and so after Amber went and got my stuff, we were about to meet Alec and Bailey, what? Spencer and Alec. So I just got back in line, and so I just stayed in line, and Emily walked up to Spencer, and Amber came down and was taking pictures of us both, because Emily's phone died and Amber's phone died, and my phone was the only one that was still charged a little bit. So we took the rest of the pictures on my phone, and then I met Spencer, and he was like, did you enjoy the show? And I was like, yeah, I lost my voice after you performed because you were just so good. And he was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you go hard or you go home, right? And he was like, dude, I love that. And I was like, oh, thanks. And so we were hugging and we took pictures, and then I went to meet Alec, and he was like, oh, did you enjoy the show? And he was like so sweet, like they both were. And so he was like, did you enjoy the show? And I was like, yeah, I lost my voice. And he was like, oh yeah, drink some hot tea. And I was like, I'm actually perfectly fine with the fact that I lost my voice. Like, it was so worth it. And so we just talked a little, and he was like, oh, where are we looking at? And he was like, right there. And I was like, oh yeah. And so we were hugging, and It was so cute, and my pictures look kind of gross only because I was getting lit, I was sweating, and I had my hat on and my hair was messed up. But I really don't care. It was just the fact that I met them and I just hung out with them. And like, even if it was just for like 2 minutes, like, I feel like I became best friends with them, even though I didn't. I wish we could be best friends. The Jax, Spencer, and Alec would be good best friends. Like, I could be best friends with them. I'd be down to be best friends with them. DTBF, down to be best friends. I don't know. I don't know what I just said. And so, you know, so we ended up going, after we met Alec and stuff, we ended up going and buying more merch, and I ended up buying the rest of the merch that I didn't buy, except for the A Good Friend Is Nice hat, because I already have this hat that I got with the VIP. I also got the VIP poster, which is hanging up on my wall right here. It's so beautiful. And, obviously the laminate, and, it wasn't really crowd-free shopping, so to say, like, because, you know, I mean, it kind of was, because you bought it as you were in the line, and as the line went through, you would buy it, but not really, like I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. And then afterwards, we just left, and we had such a good time. I think the only bad thing about, like, it wasn't really a bad thing. I don't want to say it's a bad thing because I don't want to, like, bring myself down about it. But, like, the girl we met, she was also a Galinsky stan. And I was talking to her about how I just love Galinsky so much. And she was like, oh, yeah, Galinsky likes tall, skinny girls. And, like, I'm not tall or skinny. Like, I'm pretty thick. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm hella thick. And it's not because I work out a lot. I don't like working out. I mean, I work out sometimes, but, like, I don't work out every single day to be thick. Like, it's just natural in my genes that I'm, like, thick. Because I'm, like, big boned. Like, I think that's what they say. Like, you're big boned or something. I don't know. Like, I was naturally thick. Like, this is how I was born. I was born thick. I wasn't born skinny. I wasn't born, like, anorexic looking skinny. Like, my goal in life is to be like Kylie Jenner skinny. Like, she's thick, but she doesn't have abs. Like, she has a flat stomach. She doesn't have abs like some girls do. And, like, I don't want abs. I don't like the look of abs on girls. That's just my preference. And this is getting off topic, but that's a whole video. That's a whole story for another video. Comment below if you want to hear that kind of video, or if you want to see that kind of video. I mean, see, I mean, it's both, you know. Comment below if you want to see that kind of video. Let a girl know, so I can give y'all quality content. Okay. Oh gosh. And so when we were talking to her, I was like, after she said that G likes tall, skinny girls, someone tell me if G has ever really said that he likes tall, skinny girls, because that kind of broke me. And I was like, well, he's never gonna like me now because I'm not tall and I'm not skinny. Like, I'm only 5'2", okay? My dad is like 6'2", and my mom is 4'11", so obviously I'm like in between. So, I mean, there's no point. Like, both of my sisters are short too. The only tall sibling I have is my brother, and he's like 5 years old like right now, and he's 4 feet tall. Like, everybody thinks he's older than what he really is because he's so tall, and the doctor said he's gonna be like 7 feet when he's stops growing. But, like, that's just that's a different video too, okay? Comment below if you want to hear all these different video ideas and for me to make them into a video, like, because I will. Just let a girl know down in the comments below. Yeah. So, but after I was talking to the girl, I was like, yeah, I remember Johnson one time tweeting that he likes girls with a gap in their in between their teeth, and I was like, yo, Johnson, hit me up, I got a gap between my teeth. And Emily started laughing, or I think she did, I don't remember. I was too busy paying attention to Angelique that I forgot, but I know she laughed and she was like, that's funny. And so And, you know, the other day, like, Johnson tweeted that he wants a girl to do face masks with him, and I'm like, I do face masks all the time. Like, nobody does them with me. Like, I got you, boo. Let's do it. Let's link up. I'm so kidding. I'm so cringy. Actually, I'm not really kidding, but, like, I'm so cringy. Like, I'm sorry if you think I'm really cringy. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways, so, you know, after we left the venue, you know, we were deciding if we wanted to take a picture, but, like, it was dark outside, and we had to still find the car, and we had to, like, drive another hour to Burleson to drop Emily off, and then we had to drive another hour from Burleson to go home, because we live an hour from Burleson. And so, and it was, like, 11 o'clock by now, so, you know, we were walking around Dallas at night, and it wasn't safe, but, like, you know, it was fine. So we ended up walking to 7-Eleven to get some drinks because we were all thirsty. And I just felt like I was going to get dehydrated so fast. So I was like, I need some water now. So we went and got some water and drinks. And then, you know, we left and we went and found the car. And, you know, we got in and we just started driving home. And when we got home, I ended up getting my Sammy hoodie back because I left it at my friend's house a month ago, and I got it a month later, so, I mean, I still got it back, it's fine. But, shout out to my best friend for going with me. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming with me. It means the world to me. I love you. I hope I never lose you. I know I will never lose you, but I just say that to reassure myself that I will never lose you. I love you so much, best friend. Thank you. You are such a real one. Thank you, Amber, for also taking us so much. Grateful for you. That didn't make any sense at all. I don't know what I was trying to say, but thank you so much for taking us. Like, I had so much fun, and I'm glad you and Emily had so much fun too. Like, I knew we were all gonna have so much fun. I'm glad you made so many new friends. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Yeah, like I said, follow all of my social medias. They will be in the description below. I will have all of my @, so you can just search them on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications down here. I think it's down here and down here. I don't know, one or the other. Also comment below what other videos you would like to see me to do. Also comment your favorite Alec song, your favorite Spencer song, your favorite Jack and Jack song. Let's be friends, you know. DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I will always reply to your messages. I love talking and meeting new people on the internet because then you don't have to see how shy I really am. Also, a big thank you to Jack and Jack for being there for me and all of us fans, even though you aren't really here with us. Thank you so much. You've helped so many people. Yeah. Especially me. Thank you so much. Like, it means the world to me that you've been there for me and that I can just listen to your music and be happy and know that everything's going to be okay, even though they're never going to see this, but it's worth a shot, you know. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.